Hey guys, it is 9 o'clock at night and I'm a man on a mission, except I don't have a flashlight. My headlamp, as you guys saw in a few videos back, was kind of acting up and it had a loose wire, and since then it's given up the ghost. So that's the second one like that I've ordered, and didn't last even a year. So I'm going to try a different brand. Going to order something on Amazon. I'll show you guys whatever I end up ordering, but I've got the big lithium batteries. They're much bigger than a AA battery, 18750s I think they are. So I'm trying to make my way through the bush here. As you can see, I can't see a thing. I've got a very small trail here between my house and Tom's that's packed down. There is a reason why we've got to do this, and we've got to do it now. Oh God, I'm up to my up to my waist in snow. I missed the trail there. Okay. There, now I can see a little bit. It's probably not what you guys think. Super important, still important. It's beer at the fire time.
Hey. Oh no, nothing.
Love pellets. Just waiting for some screaming to start back there. We'll let you guys know. Usually happens when we're out here having a fire. Alright guys, we have taken the snow machine across the big swamp. We are at the back side, and there is a trapper back here, an old fella who does it all in behind my house, and he has a snowshoe trail here, and I thought this would be a great place to come explore for an hour and a half with Gage and just look through the country here that we can't get to, because in the summer the big swamp is wide open, right, full of water, and we can never get across there. We drone it, but we never walk it. So today, Gage and I are going to go through the bush here and explore and look for maybe structures and just see what the bush looks like here about 2.5 miles behind my house. So we're going to leave the snow machine parked right here. That's the back end of the big swamp there. But right here, he's got a trail marked. And he's back here trapping pine marten and fisher. So let's take this trail and use it to our advantage and just see what's back here in some country that we never get to. So you guys know I have my trapping license as well. I don't have a trap line or anything, but I can still do nuisance trapping if a farmer calls me and needs the beavers cleaned out if they're flooding his fields or something like that. I took it because I wanted to go to school for conservation authority years ago. That never came to fruition, so when I say that there are traps out here, we don't have to worry about Gage because they're going to be little boxes that are set up in a tree, right? So he's trying to get pine marten up in the trees, so we don't have to worry about leg hold traps or anything. Like, Gage will be fine, so we can explore back here all we want. Ugh. So kind of a weird mess here. We got a bunch of broken sticks, a loop over, some more broken sticks. I wanted to check these just to see if they were cut, if he'd cut these off the trail, but they're not, they're broken. So just because there's a whole bunch of them down right here and they're still green. One thing I am noticing back here in the swamp that I don't have right behind my house are these cedars. So I've seen about a dozen of these already so far. So the ecosystem's a little bit different here at the back of the swamp. You can see right there is another big cedar. So I just thought this might be a cool place to find some new stuff and just to see some new country. And we've had snow 7 or 8 days in a row here, so it's so much easier for me to walk on this snowshoe trail than to just break my own trail off through the swamp like I usually do for you guys. And getting here, you know, by snow machine, 15-minute drive. It's just so nice that we're out much further, right? And I have that sense of exploring right now, which is what keeps me going, right? If you're going over the same ground all the time, it gets pretty boring because there's not a lot of new stuff to see. Once in a while we get something new and exciting, but here now everything we see is new, and that keeps me wanting to go. So he's got a bunch of different trails here, and I don't know where any of them are going. Looks like this one's going back down into the bottom end of the swamp, so we're probably going to turn around and go pick a different one. But this might just turn and go along the edge of the swamp, so I don't know. We're just exploring, right? Looks like a coyote or a wolf track right there. Got some wolf scat here. It's full of fur. So there's the big swamp out there. I see lots of leaners and blowdowns and pretty chaotic, just like back at my place. We've got a trail going up there behind me and another one that we're on going straight here. No idea where any of these go, so beautiful out here with the fresh snow. Oh, deer tracks right here on this trail. What do you think of that trail? It's pretty good, eh, buddy? So again, I see loopers over there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 right there in that one spot. But again, that's all natural. I would say that's all natural. Some people would tell you that's not. What I'm looking for are those teepee type structures, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 leaners all into one central point. And even those, I'm not sure if those are natural or what. I don't know. It's just something to investigate and keep an eye on. I find it strange and anomalous that, you know, we have multiple structures like that on the property. What are the chances that natural wind phenomena blow these things into a teepee shape, you know, over and over and over? It could be. I don't know. Now that's a big old pine. I see another loop over there between the trees. You guys are probably seeing lots of things that you're screaming at the TV. Look at that. There's an X. There's a loop. There's a... I get it all the time in the comments, guys. I don't point it out because there's so much of this stuff going on. And like I say, I personally believe at least 95% of this stuff is just natural chaos. So I've known these trails were here for years, but I've never come back here to check it out. And I'm actually impressed how many trails there are back here. We've passed at least a dozen branch offs that I could have gone down and explored. And we've been out here 40 minutes hiking, so there are tons of winter trails he has back in here. And we just had fresh snow last night. And other than last night's snow, I mean, these trails seem pretty clear, so I think he's back here using them quite often. We might even run into this old fart. I don't know, but... Ugh. Need to run at that one. That's a pretty big blowdown root structure there. So if we were to go 4 or 5 kilometers here through these trails, eventually we will come to the Cranberry Trail, which I've taken you guys on before, metal detecting. And Grant and I did a paranormal investigation one night down there. There's a lot of native history there. There's a bunch of plaques and things. The first settlers were using Lake Nipissing to come up here, and they made that road, the Cranberry Road, you know, another 5 kilometers down here. That was made in the early 1800s. Maybe I need to adjust my theories. With this many trails back here, you know, if Bigfoot has a set of snowshoes, he'd do just fine. Okay, I'm gonna take a chance here. So the trail has branched off. There's a nice big clearing behind me that if a UFO mothership ever wanted to come down and land in the swamp and not be seen, this would be a good spot. We'll have to come back here and do a night event. Ooh, we could camp out back here maybe. This is a really nice clearing right here. But I'm gonna take a chance. There's another trail and it's kind of heading back towards the back end of my big swamp. I've been out here over an hour, so I'm just trying to shave some time off. Now maybe it's not gonna end up taking me back to the big swamp. I don't know. But that's part of the fun of exploring, right? Much thicker down in here. Well, that trail just kind of petered out into nothing. It just kind of ended. So now I'm kind of bushwhacking. Yeah, it's getting deeper. It's up to my waist now. Okay, 25 minutes or so, I can see the big swamp now. We're about to come back out into it. Probably would have saved myself a lot of energy. 45 minutes. back on the snowshoe trail instead of coming through this. Some of this stuff is thigh deep, but Gage needs the exercise. I'm slim and trim as always. I don't need exercise, but I'm doing it for the dog. The bad part is when we get out here into the swamp, the 3 feet of snow that I'm in is going to turn into 4 feet out in the open swamp. I just sunk up to my waist actually, so unless somebody has been around the backside of the swamp here with the skidoo, I'm going to have a real long hard walk back over to my machine. There, we're back out into the big swamp. It's been a chore to get here. All right, where's the machine, buddy? Go get it. Take me to the machine. I'm testing your survival skills. I think if I had to rely on him, I wouldn't make it out. More interested in finding a good stick than finding the way home. What do you got? No sticks out in the swamp, so you got a cattail. There's a smart dog, eh? There's the machine. Salvation. 600 yards away. All right, guys. I had fun. That was worth exploring back here. There are so many trails. I think it's definitely worth coming back and checking again, just for the fact that it's beautiful. Whether I find any structures or not, I don't know, but there's lots of ground we can cover, and we're gonna come back again at some point. So thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next adventure. And a headlamp update. How do you guys like my headlamp? Yeah, I couldn't do it. I threw it in the garbage, then I dug it out, and I tore it all apart, and I soldered it. There was a wire had come off inside, so saved myself 35 bucks and fixed it. That's the only way to go.